I know you feeling it.
Used to be in darkness, drowning sin was ocean deep. Bed I made, I laid. I was close to sleep. Decisions had to make. You want your life, but want these streets. These streets want to play just like a frat, but I'm no Greek.
What nationality? What nation of people do you belong? What's your father? His race? You right? Huh? You right? No. What's your dad? Your dad. What's his race?
My dad?
Yeah.
Race?
No, what's his race?
Oh, race? White.
Oh, okay. White dude. Okay. Tell me, what you think about this, man? What you think about that picture?
I don't follow.
Yeah. You don't like the Christ with the horns on it? Why you don't like that?
Yeah, like I'm looking at it, he got the horns.
Yeah. I'm like
also
devil,
say,
man.
like that shit also say like forever for NEG.
Yeah. Okay, well, basically what it's saying is this is the devil, right? The devil means deceiver. That's what the word devil means. Somebody that deceives people, right?
Right.
So when you look in the Bible and you see this, matter of fact, give me Revelation 1 and 14. So when you look in the Bible, right? And we have always seen this picture as Christ, right? Everybody who believes in Jesus Christ in America thinks Christ looks like that. Have you seen any other depictions of Christ outside of looking like white man, long hair, blue eyes? No? Yeah. So everybody in America believes that this is what Christ looks like until you actually read what the scriptures say. Read that for me.
I started at verse 12, Revelations chapter 1 and verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
Right.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So what is going into what John is seeing is a vision of Christ. Read on.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Christ had a garment down to his foot. Read.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
And he had a girdle like a belt around his waist, right? Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right, so his head and his hairs were white like wool. So, is that woolly hair? What does wool look like? Cotton, right? Yeah. So, now look at this brother right here. That's white and woolly hair, right? So read on.
His head and his hairs were white like snow, as white like wool, as white as snow.
Right.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right. His eyes was as a flame of fire. So his hairs and the hairs on his head were white like wool, and he had red eyes. So he had the eyes, the whites of his eyes were red. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Is it grass?
No, I'm sorry, brass. Brass, yeah, bronze, brown, right? His feet were like brass. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now, if you take a penny, because the penny is brown, right? And you burn that penny in the furnace, what color is going to be? It's going to be real dark black. Chocolate, real, right. So, that depiction, what I just read, and that right there, is that the same? Does that match what we just read? So that's why we say this is the devil. That's why he got the horns on his head. And it says this image is not biblical, meaning this image is not in the Bible. And you are witness to that because we just read that to you, that that image is not in the Bible. And it says Jesus is a Negro. Now, the Negroes, the people who are in America, the blacks that's in America right now, because it's different tribes of Israelites, right? Now, Christ would come from the tribe of Judah. Judah would be the tribe that the people who are here in America that came through the transatlantic slave trade, those people, those would be considered the people of Judah, the tribe of Judah. Now, get Deuteronomy. Now, this is a indicator that the people who came through the Atlantic slave trade are the people of the Bible, because they had some curses that befell on them. They disobeyed God, and God said, all right, I'm about to put my foot in your ear, right? Yeah. So this what God told the Israelites to begin with, right? Get verse Deuteronomy 1 and let's start at that effect. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. It's a lot.
I like that shirt. Very most high. The brother.
Right. That's whole duty of man.
28 and 1.
28 and 1. Read.
Like y'all just like spreading it.
Pretty much.
Y'all be downtown.
We don't be downtown, but there probably be other brothers downtown. Different camp.
I feel
Different.
like we be downtown all the time, walking around, seeing people talking about.
Yeah, the Israelites. Yeah.
But
So
you know what? I read from Genesis, like past Genesis, from the beginning of the Bible to like Genesis. I honestly like.
it's hard to understand. You can read it
Like people like to put like the thing around this lot of racism.
Right.
I don't understand how people are racist. I don't understand. Like I understand at a certain point, but there's also a point where
Right.
just wow. Like why you gotta put somebody in that category?
You know why? Because they have an advantage at putting my people down, right? The advantage is that you have the Most High's, the apple of His eye, His people, His chosen people under your foot.
I feel like at any day, regardless of what race you are or what you are, bro, you're still God's creation. Regardless of who you are, what race you are, none of it.
That's true. Everybody is a creation of the Most High,
So
right?
I feel like everybody should be treated equally. There should be no separation and no reason why everybody should treat somebody else different because of their race.
Right. But if you read the scriptures, like you said, you read from Genesis and John, God is actually racist, right? Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Because God is actually racist, right? Because if you think about it, what other pair of shoes you got? You got those Crocs. What other ones you got?
Air Force.
You got some Forces, right? What's your favorite ones?
Air Force?
The Forces, right? So you got Forces. Them your favorite shoes. You put those shoes above all the other shoes, but them shoes fire, right? So read that real quick. That's the thing.
I wear them all,
Right.
I like.
But perfect. We got all the gas in the world to waste. But the reason that it's other shoes, because you can have a choice to choose from, right? Read that for me real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God chose the Israelites to be a special people to Him and to be above all people that are on the face of the earth. So the Israelites are going to be above everyone, regardless, right? But like you were saying, your people, you think they should be treated fairly, right?
Everybody.
Right. So tell me this. Tell me, I got a question for you. Now, what do you think should happen to the white people who put the black people into slavery and beat them? Now, I don't know if you know all the history of slavery, but I understand.
But you know, like
It's not ain't nothing wrong with talking about it. We dealing. We don't have we're not gonna get mad about talking about slavery, right? But what they did, matter of fact, this happened in Georgia. They had a lady, Valdosta, Georgia. A lady was pregnant, right? Her husband was working on a farm for the plantation owner. The plantation owner had ended up getting killed. So the mob came and grabbed that lady. Grabbed that husband, and they killed him unjustly. So the husband's wife said, "Hey, they killed my husband unjustly." She put out a letter in the mail and told on all the men who did that. Those men got mad. This lady was 7 months pregnant. What they did, they got that lady out of her house. They strung her up, hung her in a tree. They cut the baby out of the lady's stomach, right? As soon as that baby body hit the ground, it started stomping on the baby, right? That's the history that those people have done, right? So you tell me, what do you think should happen to those people who've done that to the Israelites. What do you think would be a just thing? Because you want everybody to be treated equally. So what would be an equal treatment for those people who've done that to the slaves and continuously do that to our people? What do you think? What do you think they're going to teach me? Yeah.
It's got 14:21.
All right, read that for me.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Let me tell you this. Let me get this for you. Read it one more time.
Book of Isaiah, 14th chapter, and the 21st verse. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
So Isaiah's got a prophecy. He's saying the Most High told him to tell them to prepare slaughter for the iniquity of their fathers. Prepare slaughter for their children, for their fathers' wrongdoing. Read.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So they can no longer fill the world with cities everywhere, which white people do. They go everywhere and build cities up, concrete everywhere, right? And they own pretty much everything. Those prepare slaughter for those people, so they don't own nothing. They won't build no cities up. That's the punishment for those people that did that to the Israelites. And that's pretty much what the outcome is going to be for those people once Yahweh Shah comes back. It's going to be slavery. So the people who put people in slavery, they have to go into slavery. They have to.
13, Lord.
Read that real quick.
Revelations chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So any man have an ear. Everybody got ears, but if any man can understand, listen, read.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Those people put our people in captivity, so they have to go into captivity. Those people aren't alive anymore. The people who did that aren't alive. So somebody have to go in captivity to pay for what they've done, the iniquities of their forefathers. Read.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's the patience and the faith that we have, that's going to come into fruition.
All right, well, good. 14. All right. I'm good.
All right.
Isaiah 14.
He saw us up with his faith.
Thank you for watching. If you wish to donate, you can use Zelle or PayPal. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.